Welcome back to The Bloated Chef. I am Chef Jerome, an actual bloated chef. And before we get to today's informative and entertaining tutorial, please be sure to slap down on that like button, click the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and share with the entire planet. Please keep your hands inside the ride at all times, and we thank you. Oh, welcome back. And looky. Looks like we've got some olive oil, some butter, some onions. We've just added some garlic. There's a little bit of smoked paprika in there to pick up this base of flavor. Some beautiful homemade vegetable stock. Oh my God, is this a vegetarian dish? Indeed it is. Wait, flour to butter with onions and seasonings. Looks like a roux. Oh, could this be a cream sauce? Yes, it is. In fact, Bloated Chef's Universal Cream Sauce, kicked up a little bit. All right. Notice our roux was perfectly tanned. We added a perfect amount of hot vegetable stock. They have married. It's a beautiful union. We're going to need to add more. As you can tell, we've got a nice thick paste going here. Okay, there goes about a quart and a half more. So call that 6 cups. Into that beautiful caramel looking cream sauce at the moment. Now we will thin it down, add our dairy, sorry vegans, and pump this thing out. Please notice we are scraping all the good bits off, getting them all incorporated into that mix. There goes about a full teaspoon of some fresh chopped thyme. We've got down on a very low simmer. Time to add our milk. About 2 cups worth. That's all. Shut the heat off. Right. Now it's time to add about a cup of sour cream. That's right. Going to give it some tang. Going to give it some more body. And of course, greenery for the scenery. A little bit of green onion. Mexican spring onions. Whatever you want to call them. Scallions. Now, once again, all of this wonderful lusciousness needs something to cut through it. That's where our acid comes in. Now we clean out the pot. And you can't see it. Not shown. Perfect bottom. No bits. Alright. On to our mise en place number 2. Which of course includes our cold cream sauce 24 hours later. A full head of spaghetti squash. A bag of frozen chopped spinach and kale. Some beautiful Brussels sprouts. 3 kinds of cheese. Mozzarella, Gouda, and Irish cheddar. All right, our bags of frozen veggies have been slacked, but they still need a little lukewarm water, if not cool water, to take the frozen edge off. Now then, cut the ends off, stand it up, whack it down the middle, and scoop out the seeds. That's how you handle a spaghetti squash. Now look, try to keep the walls on those edges complete and intact. That'll give us more of a boat. It'll look like an arc, if you will. The arc of veggies. All right, a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin. Here comes a little smoked paprika blend, courtesy of Chef Kurt Seasonings. And those will go into a preheated 425-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Next up, mise en place prep. Let's go ahead and slice those Brussels sprouts into about 8 to a quarter inch thick. We are going to saute those, caramelize those, and that's going to be part of our stuffing. Back to our greens, the super greens, frozen, chopped, and really in need of some good hard squeezing. And I mean squeeze the crap out of these. Squeeze them as hard as you can, and when you think you've squeezed them enough, squeeze them some more. Right now, here's a real key step right here. Get in there with your fingers, smush them down, break it up, make sure you have as many loose leaves as possible, and I'll explain why later. However, we've got a pan that already had some bacon cooked in it. Lucky me! In goes a little butter, teeny bit of olive oil, and in go those Brussels sprouts. And we're going to take all of that bacon flavor up off the bottom, as you can see, as the Brussels sprouts release their liquid, their water. Here we go, scraping up all that lovely fond from the bacon. Yeah. Are you feeling this? Always and as always, please don't forget to season appropriately. Salt and pepper is all that's really needed here. As those cook, we will shred our cheese. 3 styles. There goes some smoked Gouda. And some mozzarella. And we've already shredded the Irish cheddar as well. So in go those cooled Brussels sprouts, olive oil, butter, salt, and pepper. Look at that beautiful caramelized color. Yeah, gonna impact the flavor profile fairly much. There goes about 3/4 of our cheese blend. We're gonna save it a little bit for the top so we can melt it on top for the money shot. Give that a thorough mixing. And now arrives our cooked and moderately cooled spaghetti squash. That's right, so we're simply going to dig out all that flesh. Now this is purposely undercooked, it's just short of al dente. We want a wall of flesh inside of these shells so that they can hold together. You dig? You follow me? Just like right about that, right here. Now then, we're going to go ahead and break those spaghetti squash strands up just a little bit so it's not so stringy. It's a little on the undercooked side, but we're going to take care of that. Because once this is all incorporated together and mixed, and the cream sauce is tossed, it's going to get cooked for another 25 to 30 minutes in the oven. So trust me, it will be nice and tender. All right, get that in there. Get a good metal spoon or serving spoon or spatula, whatever. Break this mix up. Make sure it's all going to get incorporated into our cream sauce. I've got about 3 quarts of cream sauce. I'm going to start with 2 quarts immediately because after years of experience and savvy in this game and with this deal right here, I feel like this might be money. But we may or may not need some more. That we will determine as we go along, okay? Now listen to me when I tell you, you got to keep mixing this stuff. You need to break it up. That spinach and that kale are going to be like a sponge. And you want this shit to be creamy, like this right here. There we go. We got 2 beautiful caramelized crispy shells. In goes our mix. These will get cooked at 425 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes first. But before we do that, we're going to lay some beautiful fresh grated Pecorino Romano cheese on top. That will then go into our oven and go for 20 to 25 minutes. You dig? Out it comes. We will lay some basically packaged breadcrumbs, panko style, right on top. Throw them back into the 425 degree oven for about 20 minutes more. And this, ladies and genitals, is what we come up with. Look at that. Yeah, I had a little bit of a overflow, but still, everything held together and baked perfectly. As usual, some green onion for a topping. You could use cilantro if you wanted. You could use fresh basil. But let's get a gander at this. Let's get a bite. Little on the hot side. Let's see what it thinks. Oh, it might have taken one to the top of the roof of the mouth. But I think he's doing the march. Nope, he stopped it. He cut it short. What's he thinking? Oh, I guess he likes it. It likes it. It likes it.